So the warm-up's pretty straightforward. It's just a two-way table like we've been doing. So this is pretty much ask the kids a question. Hey, did you study for the test or did you not study? And then figure it out if they passed or failed. Okay. And what we have to do is figure out the totals. Okay. We have to figure out the totals. And remember, when we're figuring out the totals, we go across in this direction, right? And to figure out the totals, we have to add 18 and 2. We have to add everything that is in these what do you call them? These entries or these cells leading up to the total. So everybody in here can add 18 and 2, 20, right? So that's what goes in the first box. Dunzo, okay. Then let's focus on the next total. I'm going to go down a row and go across, and then I pick up all the numbers that are there. There's a 1 and a 7. So you want to add those, and then once you're done adding those, you put the total in here. Okay. So again, 1 plus 7, baby stuff. 8. Okay. And then we start to look at the columns. And when you look at the columns, that's vertically or like up and down. Okay, so we're going to look at the columns going down this way. So again, just add 18 and 1. 18 plus 1 is 19, right? Add the 2 and the 7. That's 9. And then to figure out this total is special. It's special because you could actually add going across this way or going across this way. It doesn't matter which way you add. That one's special. It's like 2 for 1. You can do it 2 different ways and you get the one answer. That's the 2 for 1 special. That's 28. And then we're almost done. We finished with number 1, which is complete the two-way table. Then we have some questions based on the two-way table. Okay. So the first question is, how many students studied for the test but failed the test? Okay. So then we have two things to look at over here. Studied for the test, then not studied for the test. So the question is, how many students studied for the test? So I don't want to look at this row. Okay, I want to look at this one. And then it says failed the test. Here's failed the test. I don't want to look at passed the test. So I want to know how many kids studied for the test but failed it. Well, if you go across, that would be 2, right? 2 kids studied for the test but failed it. It should be a small number because Mr. Davis and I can testify to this. If you study, you should pass. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then number three says, how many students got lucky and passed the test without studying? Okay. So there's no lucky thing up here, or there's no lucky column, but we know they passed without studying. That's without studying means they didn't study and they passed. Okay. Here's the pass score. So again, that one should also be a small number because if you don't study, most likely you will fail. And then if you look at the numbers here that did not study, this many kids passed, this many kids failed, which is what I would expect to see. And then the last one is how many students took the test? Well, there's different ways. There's different ways you can look at this. You can either go through, I know Mr. Davis has done this, you can go through and say, okay, this is how many kids passed, add those up. This is how many kids failed, add those up. And that's one way of figuring out the total. Or just say this one. This one is the total total. It's the total of everything. Okay. So that's the total of everything. 28. And that is the warm up. Again, submit this guy. It wasn't too difficult. I am going to stop recording for a second.